Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Love of Biology. Today we are learning about secondary messengers. Before that, please subscribe and share the video if you like it. So, what are the secondary messengers? The extracellular signal molecule which will binds to the receptor is first messenger. Second messengers are small non-protein water soluble molecules or the ions that spread throughout a cell by the diffusion they will enter. So those are the second messengers, so which will participate in the pathways, signal transduction pathways, right? So these will participate in the pathways initiated by few receptors. We learned receptors in the previous video. Please go through that. So those are G protein coupled receptors and the tyrosine kinase receptors. So common second messengers are cyclic AMP and the calcium ions. Let us see one by one. Cyclic AMP. It is one of the most commonly used secondary messenger. Adenyl cyclase, an enzyme in the plasma membrane, will convert the ATP to CAMP in response to an extracellular signal. So here you can see CAMP. ATP is converting into the CAMP. AMP is the adenosine monophosphate. We know ATP is adenosine triphosphate. So by the conversion of this, it will be formed. Many signal molecules trigger the formation of CAMP. Other components of pathways are G proteins, G protein coupled receptors and the protein kinases. These are present in the CAMP pathways, which will helps in the signal transduction. So extracellular signal. So CAMP usually activates the protein kinase A, which phosphorylates various other proteins. Further regulation of cell metabolism is provided by the G protein systems that will inhibit the adenyl cyclase. Okay. So here you can see the protein kinases will undergo phosphorylation and become activated, and they will target the proteins. Finally, cellular response it will produces. Otherwise, it will be inhibited. Next, calcium ions, which will act as secondary messengers in the many pathways. An activated G protein opens calcium channels, allowing the calcium to enter the cell and bind to the calmodulin, causing enzyme activation. CAMP levels are increased, activating the enzyme activity in the cell. CAMP levels are increased due to that opening the ion channels on the cell membrane. So these will act as a secondary messengers. By opening the channels, they will enter into the cell and bind to the calmodulin. So after that, enzyme will be activated and this will continue for the response, cellular response they will produce. And next one is IP3. So together with the DAG, that is diacylglycerol, IP3 is a secondary messenger that is used in the signal transduction in the biological cells. When IP3 binds to the receptor, calcium is released into the cytosol, thereby activating many calcium regulated intracellular signals. So inosine triphosphate disease together with the DAG, it will works as a secondary messenger. It will bind with the receptor and calcium releases. Due to that, many signals, intracellular signals will be activated. Calcium regulated intracellular signals those are. So then again they will produce the cellular response. Here you can see the calcium ions when they bind. Yes, calcium ions which will bind with the receptor and they will the channels will be opened, they will enters into that and they will produce as the cellular response. Along with that, you can also see IP3 and the DAG also. So when they enters, calcium channels will be opened again. So along with the calcium, the signals will be produced. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you everyone.